Welcome back to the Dhilai Stadium. It is match number 50 between Youth Club of Manora and VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. The fixture cannot be downplayed today between these two clubs because this is not a championship battle that we've been seeing, but this is a battle for relegation teams. As we see Youth Club of Manora warming up for this very important encounter against VELSAO. They are in 11th position in the table, but today is the day they will be looking to get the victory against VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. We see Jay, Eldon and Milliston warming up. The first 11 for Youth Club of Manora has some changes, with Luis Barreto coming back into the team in place of Allison, Clive Colasso, Joywin Aniston, Arvind Silva also making a comeback. Nicholas Fernandez, the captain. Melisho Kamotio retains his position. Eldon Colasso, Jason Barbosa also comes into the 11 today. Michael Silva serving a one-match suspension also coming back, and Aaron Dice, the under-20 player for Youth Club of Manora, coached by Rocky Felipe Carnero. On to VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. A very important match for them as well, because they are coming off two very crucial victories against Garden Angel and Panjim footballers. They have been on the rise, finally luck favouring them, but if they lose today, they go into that dogfight for relegation yet again. They're not completely out of it, but if they win today, they will feel a little safe. The first 11 for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club has Peter Carvalho making a comeback, Savlon Cardozo, Ronald Azevedo, Ganesh Thakur, Viraj Naik, Rohan Rodriguez, Brian Mascarenas, Jesloy Moniz, Kluzna Pereira, Presley Mascarenas and Daryl Silva, coached by Jude Barreto. On to the points table, and there you can see VELSAO in 8th position on 7 points and Youth Club of Manora on 4 points. If they win today, Youth Club of Manora, they will go ahead of VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. VELSAO having played one game more than Youth Club of Manora, very crucial game. Youth Club of Manora talking about fairly new teams, VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club was promoted to the Goa Professional League in 2018. They finished in 11th position last season, mustering only 15 points in the league, but doing a little better this year. But Jude Barreto, the coach of VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, has stressed on the fact that they have been unlucky in terms of the football they have been playing. The referees for today: Niyaz Abu, Sainath Haldankar, Mayank Pandey, and fourth official Praveen Naik. Getting back to VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, Jude Barreto has been mentioning, along with Climax Lawrence, the assistant coach, that VELSAO have been unlucky in the way they have been going about their matches. They have been playing some good football, but they haven't really converted the chances that they've got, and especially the likes of Jesloy Moniz, as impressive as he's been with his movement and creating chances, he's missed some real sitters for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. But they say fortune favors the brave, and in the last two matches fortune has favored VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. They played fantastically against Panjim footballers, going up 1-0 but conceding a goal in the 76th minute, only for Brian Mascarenhas to unleash a left-footed thunderbolt to win that game against Panjim footballers very late on in the 89th minute of the game. And then they played Guardian Angel, a 43rd minute pile driver on his left foot from Savlon Cardozo absolutely stunned Guardian Angel, for whom not much have been going on either, as we see Jude Barreto and Climax Lawrence on the bench, and they will be hoping that his team can make progress in the league and the winning streak continues for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. But if they do get full 3 points today, they will make sure that they're not in the relegation zone for sure, because they are kind of safe from that dogfight for relegation, as the referee blows the whistle. And this is Aniston Fernandez for Youth Club of Manora playing into Joywin. This is Michael Silva, having served a one-match ban in the last match, coming back into the team, pairing up with Clive Colasso at the center of the defense for Manora. But Joel Fernandez still out with an injury, it seems. He's not even in the first 18. But Luis Barreto making a comeback into the team. Alison Suarez is the man giving way. What a crucial match for Youth Club of Manora here today at the Dilay Stadium. It really will show who stays on and who will be in the dogfight for relegation. There's another man making a comeback today, Peter Carvalho, the captain of VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, coming back to pair up with Klusna Pereira. Viraj Naik shifting to the right back position. Here's Viraj, who's done well in that centre back position for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, because in the absence of Peter, he's really led the team with aplomb, because the experience of Peter Carvalho at the centre of defence is always a big factor. But talking about experience, the last two matches also has seen a revelation from Ganesh Thakur. He's been absolutely fantastic, working so hard for this young VELSAO Sports and Cultural team. Having been signed from Churchill Brothers, Ganesh Thakur, he's really stepped it up in the last two games, proving his worth. As this has been stripped off, this is an early chance for VELSAO, but not quite getting there, as Eldon has been stripped off by Savlon Cardozo. This is Daryl Silva's shot, not a great one in the end. It goes out for a goal kick for Luis Barreto. VELSAO have new signings. Peter Carvalho has been signed from Sporting Club de Goa. Brian Mascarenhas and Ganesh Thakur, both of whom have really proved their worth in the last two games against Panjim footballers and Guardian Angel, have been signed from Churchill Brothers. But strangely, we haven't seen much of Hayden Pinto in the last few matches. The talented young striker has been left out of the squad by Jude Barreto and Climax Lawrence. he made a impressive start, but this ball comes in. Presley Mascarenas reaches the ball before Jason Barbosa could get to it. Getting back to the situation of Hayden Pinto, there must be a small injury to the young striker. He's not in the 18 that VELSAO have put out today. But talking about young talented players, VELSAO have really put out some young players over the years, and one of them is on the bench today, Romario Da Costa. But we'll get back to that because this is a chance. Ganesh Thakur just not getting there, but great work again from the experienced midfielder Ganesh Thakur. We'll see him here again. Plays that quick 1-2 with Daryl Silva. Cuts in Clive Colasso. The touch just getting ahead of him, and Luis Barreto comes out and collects the ball. A big job on his hands today, Luis Barreto. The man who's played for East Bengal, now called SC East Bengal, Luis Barreto. Quite the legend, not just in Goan football but in Calcutta and in Indian football, Luis Barreto. Luis Barreto played absolutely brilliantly against FC Goa. However, they lost that match 2-0, but he really kept the scoreline down for Manora. But here's those trademark Joyvin Carnero runs, just not finding Jason Barbosa in the end. But again, going on a marauding run. This is Brian Mascarenas back to Klusna. This is Ronald Azevedo marching forward. This is Chesloy. Aniston shoulders him off the ball. This is a good run from Aniston. Nicholas Fernandez. Nicholas's ball in has been tracked by Peter Carvalho. This is Rohan Rodriguez. Chesloy again. Slightly casual on the ball. We've seen that a lot from Chesloy. Sometimes you feel like he's almost careless with giving away the ball, but maybe that's the way he plays, because he ends up getting in some beautiful positions as a striker. He just needs to finish those balls his teammate provides him with. Getting back to talented youngsters of VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, Romario Da Costa on the bench today, but I really feel that he has been one of the main guys who've come into this VELSAO team and changed the dynamics of the attack for VELSAO, because in the last two matches VELSAO have scored with Romario Da Costa on the field. He is on the bench, and I am sure we are going to see him in action at some point today. But a very talented youngster, Romario Da Costa, and so is the captain of Manora, Nicholas Fernandez, who puts the ball in, but very well defended in the end. Nicholas Fernandez's cross not finding a fellow red t-shirt, but he may be missing the presence of Jay Williamson today, because my prediction is that this is going to be quite an open game, with both teams trying to attack, as Arvind Silva does win the free kick on the edge of the penalty box. Peter Carvalho is the man who's given away that foul, as we see this again from Arvind Silva playing a quick 1-2 with Nicholas Fernandez, and that quite clearly is a foul, because Arvind, even though he wasn't in control of the ball in the end, but he had put it past Peter Carvalho, and this is a free kick which Manora would love to take advantage of, as Aniston Fernandez and Nicholas Fernandez both standing over it. We've seen Nicholas score 2 free kicks in this year's league. Can he get a third for Youth Club of Manora? This is Nicholas Fernandez. This time it hits the wall and goes out for a corner kick. For once, Nicholas Fernandez's free kick doesn't trouble the goalkeeper, in this case Presley Mascarenas. But he does win a corner kick with Arvind Silva, who is going to take this corner for Manora. They're missing the gigantic presence of Jay Williamson today in the box, as Aniston tries to put it into the box and goes out for a throw-in. This is Joywin. Michael Silva. It should go long into the hands of Presley Mascarenas. But let's come to Manora now, because we've seen Manora, a very new club, coming into the Selwell Goa Professional League only this year, debutants of the league. They've gone toe to toe with all the teams, but in the last 2 matches we've seen them go very sluggish, because FC Goa and Dempo, both top teams though, they have lost to them quite comfortably, losing their last match to Dempo Sports Club 3-0, and right before that losing to FC Goa again very comfortably 2-0. They've hardly seen an opening in those 2 matches against those 2 heavyweights, as this corner comes in from Brian Mascarenas, and that's a free header from Peter Carvalho. Luckily for Manora, it's straight into the hands of Luis Barreto. And getting back to the form of Youth Club of Manora, they fought valiantly against Salgaonkar Football Club, losing just 1-0. They had a fair share of chances to turn that match around. We really thought that Youth Club of Manora would put up a fight against every other team, but it's not been the case in the last 2 matches, which has probably seen them, as the ball comes in from Nicholas Fernandez, which escapes Presley Mascarenas' hand, but Kluzna Pereira on hand to cover up for his goalkeeper. We'll see this work again. Does ever so well yet again Nicholas Fernandez. It's been a good start though from Youth Club of Manora. They are applying the pressure in the opening exchanges of this game, as the header comes in, and Joywin's header will roll out for a goal kick. This was the run from Nicholas Fernandez against Viraj Naik. Uses his body very well. Just about not getting it through to Jason Barbosa. VELSAO have started sloppily today, not getting their footing as they did in the last 2 matches, but they will hold on because they know this Youth Club of Manora are a team which have conceded those goals in crucial junctures, and Manora will be looking to rectify those mistakes, and there will be a team looking for those 3 points. It would take them above VELSAO, and The VELSAO goal difference is a point of concern for Jude Barreto and Climax Lawrence. But if they manage to get 3 points today, VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, they can breathe a sigh of relief. And this is Rohan Rodriguez down the right wing. This is Daryl Silva teasing Aaron Barreto and slips it through. This is Ganesh Thakur. This is a good chance. Ganesh Thakur fails to get that under control. What a chance that was! Quite surprisingly, for a man of his quality, he really should be doing better, Ganesh Thakur. That was very well played from VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. Luis Barreto's kick. This is Ganesh Thakur again. Gets past the first challenge, gets past the second challenge. This is Ganesh Thakur. Still going. Ganesh Thakur holds on to that a little longer. It has been cleared on, but what a run again from Ganesh Thakur. He'll be ruining that missed chance. Yet again we'll see this run. Escapes the first challenge, goes past Joyvan as if he was not there, then holding on to that for options, and Clive Colasso getting the tackle in. This is MANOR on the counter attack, but Klusner does well. This is Michael Silva. Clive Colasso. MANOR will be looking to stop the slide down that is happening right now at the moment, because they have some tough matches ahead of them and they cannot afford to slip up here against VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. Every match counts now for these two teams, VELSAO and Youth Club of MANOR. VELSAO having played one game more than Youth Club of MANOR. As the cross comes in and Presley Mascarenhas once again handles it well. Going back to the fixtures of Youth Club of MANOR, after this they play Vasco Sports Club and Churchill Brothers in their next two fixtures. Rather, they end their campaign against Churchill Brothers on the very last day of the Selval Goa Professional League. They would try to guarantee their spot in next year's edition way before they face the Red Machines. Like I said, they have some tough matches coming up, and Vasco Sports Club and Churchill Brothers are two of the toughest teams. You can face in, especially when you're battling for relegation. And this is VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, who's in possession right now, as Brian Mascarenhas' ball has been put forward to Chesley Moniz, who will get there ahead of Clive. This is Chesley. This is Ronald Azevedo, not quite good. This is Ronald now again. Ronald's shot is a feeble one. Daryl Silva not quite doing enough with that ball from Chesley Moniz. But getting back to fixtures and how important this match is for both teams, we already told you about Youth Club of MANOR facing Vasco Sports Club and Churchill Brothers. VELSAO, on the other hand, they do have two very, very tough matches as well against them. They face the Red Machines next. On the 30th of March, and then they will head over and play against Dempo Sports Club on the 12th, which is a very tough match. This is a chance. There's a beautiful effort from Brian Mascarenas, which had been deflected and saved by Luis Barreto. We see this free kick again, and Brian Mascarenas with another thunderbolt on his left foot. Rohan Rodriguez this time not quite getting that shot on target, because if he did, Luis Barreto would have little to do, because that would have hit the back of the net as Luis Barreto laid down on the ground. However, this cross comes in from Nicholas Fernandez, and it's been headed out by Viraj Naik for a corner kick. And that sums up the importance of this fixture in the relegation battle. VELSAO will face Churchill and Dempo, whereas Youth Club of Manora will face Vasco and Churchill Brothers in their next fixtures. Quite a daunting task really, especially when you've not been in the greatest of forms, and that added pressure always piles on you when you play against a team who are at the bottom with you and are fellow relegation battlers. And I say pressure because it has a lot at stake, this game, right here at the Tulare Stadium. As Michael Silva comes forward to take this free kick. Michael Silva's ball in again. It really has been a problem for Youth Club of Manora, where there are not many strikers and players in the box for them. Again, an error in communication has allowed Brian Mascarenas to march forward down the left hand side. Not a great ball from Brian. This is Melisho who handles the ball. He had a good game against Tempo Sports Club in the last game, but has been a quiet figure today. This is Ronald Azevedo. Viraj Naik to Peter. Ronald. Klusner's ball forward, looking for Chesley, but Luis Barreto will come forward and collect it easily and releases Michael Silva. It's a beautiful ball forward for Aniston. Twisting and turning. This is Arvind. Back to Michael, who's given it away. Chesley Moniz! Yet again, not for the first time, Chesley Moniz misses a sitter. He just passes on to Luis Barreto as if he's giving him goalkeeping practice. Michael Silva was the man who gave the ball away. Chesley Moniz really should have done so much better than that. And then, as if it doesn't almost matter, he walks away expressionless. It's quite funny sometimes to watch Chesley Moniz. I clearly remember that game against Panjim Footballers. It's incredible how he missed 6 open goals, yet he got into that positions every single time, only to keep missing one after the other. But like I said, credit to him, because he ends up getting into those positions. It's almost scoring 1 out of 100 goals, and all a striker needs to do is score that one goal and hope that his defense does the rest. As the ball has been given away to Manora, this is Nicholas Fernandez. Nicholas going up ahead all alone, looking for support, gets it in the form of Eldon Colasso. This is Eldon's cross in. This is an open chance. Melisho just misjudging the ball, otherwise it could have been danger for VELSAO. This is Arvind Silva. Arvind is still going, takes the shot on, but Presley will easily collect that. That was a good counter attack from Youth Club of Manora. This is Ganesh Thakur now. He's made some very daunting runs into the Manora box, only to find himself in a situation where all the good work went to waste, as he held on to the ball a little longer than he would have liked to. And this is Nicholas Fernandez now. Aniston. Eldon Colasso's shot not hitting the target. Rolls out for Presley Mascarenas goal kick. He is the captain of the team, Presley Mascarenas. As this comes off Klusna Pereira. Takes the long kick. This is Ronald Azevedo twisting and turning. Passes it on to Viraj Naik. Ronald's ball. This is good football from VELSAO. This is Brian's ball in, but not getting it yet. Brian Mascarenas. A long clearance from Luis Barreto. This is Nicholas Fernandez with some space. Nicholas's ball looking for Eldon Colasso. He went for the tougher option there. Nicholas Fernandez didn't quite find Eldon in the end. Savlon Cardozo on the left hand side. This is probably the quietest I've seen him in a game. And that is strange because he's had some beautiful games played against the top teams, and playing against Youth Club of Manora we see a lot of space in the middle, which will allow the likes of Savlon and Jesloy and Rohan Rodriguez to use that width on the field, but not quite happening for the Cristiano Ronaldo fan Savlon Cardozo, as Ganesh Thakur has been flagged offside by the assistant referee. This is Nicholas Fernandez. Puts it out wide for Melisho. This is his chance to do something. Melisho does well. It's still Melisho, puts it back in and gets deflected off Peter Carvalho. Youth Club of Manora, as we see Rohan Rodriguez on the ground, will receive some medical attention from the physio of VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. It has gone out for a Youth Club of Manora throw-in. And talking about Manora, they are a team which has played the 3rd Division League of the Goa Football Association from 2014-15. And they got promoted that year. They played the 2015 Goa Professional League and played that till 2017. And again some good performances from the team saw them plying their trade in the 1st Division of the Goa Professional League in 2017-18, and here they are in 2021 playing the Selval Goa Professional League, the top division of Goan football, as the corner does come in. Not quite where he would have wanted, as Arvind Silva's ball can't quite find Nicholas Fernandez, who keeps it in and wins another corner kick from Brian Mascarenas. We haven't seen those runs really from Brian Mascarenas today, but we have seen a left-footed thunderbolt from the man, a free kick which did trouble Luis Barreto, and then Rohan Rodriguez missing the rebound as this corner comes in. It's been cleared off by VELSAO. This should be Manora possession, with Michael Silva in there to Clive Colasso. And again the referee's whistle has gone, and he's ushered the players back into the dugout for the first cooling break of the match. And 30 minutes played at the Dulai Stadium. It is still goalless between Youth Club of Manora and VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, but there haven't been any shortage of action from both teams. Both teams really looking to attack both the defenses, which have been leaky at times. Climax Lawrence and Jude Barreto having a word with his boys, and there we see the Manora supporters in the stands with Daniel Jones and Ronald Jones, and the reserve bench players also cheering their team on. They know the importance of this match, as Anthony Barbosa is also seen in the stands, the vice president of Youth Club of Manora, the president being Shrikant Sawant, General Secretary Remy Barbosa, and Media Officer Raymond John Mendes. The Youth Club of Manora also supported by Al Masa Group, Roxel Group, and Alexio Reginald Lorenzo, the Kurtorim constituency MLA. It's good to see the big names coming out and supporting these young lads who always need a platform to shine, and Goan football is known to have given Indian football a lot of young talent over the years. And this is Savlon's ball, and not quite getting on top of that header, Jeslau Moniz. That was again a good move from VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. As Michael Silva comes out with the ball. The long ball from Michael has been headed out by Klusner for a throw-in. We've spoken about the rich history of Goan football. The roots of football was planted way back in 1883 in Goa. The official league, however, began only 68 years later in 1951 under the aegis of Conselho de Desportos, headed by Major Faustino Duarte. As this ball comes through, and Michael Silva with a last ditch tackle, putting it out for a corner. Savlon Cardozo will be the one taking this corner for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. Savlon's ball in, Viraj's free header, and Jeslau, has he kept that in? He has. This is Savlon. Klusner cannot get it back to Savlon, and this is the counter from Youth Club of Manora. Arvind puts it up, cannot find Jason Barbosa. Ganesh Thakur finds Ronald. This is Klusner. Savlon cannot quite get to that, and it will land up with Luis Barreto quite comfortably. Going back to the start of the Goa Professional League, the league was first called the First Division. There wasn't any Super League back then. But this is a chance. This is Nicholas Fernandez, who scored the first goal of this match for Youth Club of Manora against VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. We know the talent of that man, the captain, Nicholas Fernandez, once again the saviour for Youth Club of Manora. What a crucial goal that could turn out to be, as Eldon comes forward, the ball comes in and Viraj Naik with the tackle, but Nicholas Fernandez holds on to the ball on his left foot ever so well. He slots it through the legs of Peter Carvalho, unsighting Presley Mascarenas into the bottom corner, and Youth Club of Manora have taken the lead against a team which have won 2 games in a row, VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, and they are definitely writing a new chapter in the history of the Goa Professional League. The debutants, Youth Club of Manora, on their way here at the Dillard Stadium, and they managed to keep this lead, and I dare say this is not going to be easy, but if they do manage to keep this lead, they will get their second win of this year's campaign. And there is Rohan Rodriguez being substituted, and the man I spoke about a little earlier, the talented youngster Romario da Costa, being put on by Jude Barreto and Climax Lawrence. Can he be the difference? So far he has been for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. Both the matches that he's played, VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club have scored and have won both the matches. But this is a different ball game altogether, as they have to come from behind, and that miss from Jeslav Moniz a little earlier becomes even more crucial right now. This is Romario. The ball comes in and Clive Colasso does well, puts it out for another corner. Savlon Cardozo standing over the ball to take this corner kick. 37 minutes on the clock, 8 minutes left before the halftime whistle, as the header comes in just over the bar from Peter Carvalho, and it is a goal kick for Luis Barreto. We'll see this corner again on the replay, as Nicholas Fernandez going up for that header against Peter Carvalho does enough for Peter not to get a free access towards the goal. Youth Club of Manora got their first victory in this year's league against Kalangut Association, and since then it has been a downhill slide for the men in red. But here they are, writing another chapter in the history of Goan football. And talking about history of Goan football, the first league champion of Goa was Club Desportivo de Chinchinim, who beat Football Club of Siolim to clinch the title way back in 1951-52. However, the league was continued to be organized by Conselho de Desportos till the season of 1958-59. where the Sportos, the Vasco da Gama taking the title that year. And in 1959 it was the birth of Goa Football Association as the official administrative body of football, and from that season onwards the league was conducted by Goan Football Association. And in the 1959-60 league was conducted by GFA and Club Independent de Margao emerged champions. Boy, I want to start to football in India, because when I say that they have been very important in the history of Indian football, the state of Goa, they were the Goa Professional League, which is named now, was the first ever league to be conducted in our country, India. This is Viraj Naik putting it forward, looking for Romario's run, not quite getting it. And as recently rolling up the years, the first professional league was launched in the 1998-99 season. The 5 top teams of 1997-98 Super League, Churchill Brothers, Salgaonkar, Dempo, Vasco and VLM Sports Club actually qualified for the Pro League, which was then sponsored by Shaw Wallace under their flagship brand product, Director's Special Whiskey. As this ball goes out for a goal kick. This is Luis Barreto who's going to take this goal kick. This has been spread out to Eldon Colasso. Ganesh Thakur on the ball, moving forward, but once again losing the ball to Malisho Kamotio. Has been brought down in the end, and this was Nicholas Fernandez again driving forward on his left foot. He likes to have that freedom. He's played in all 3 positions up front today, and he really has taken this game to VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. However, it is Youth Club of MANOR still leading VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club 1-0. This is Eldon Colasso's shot, looking for a handball, not quite getting it, goes out for a corner kick. Let's see this from Eldon Colasso. The shot does come in, and that is a handball. We've seen those given before, but the referee showing some mercy to VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club as this corner comes in, cleared on by Brian Mascarenas. VELSAO really need to step it up for them to change the proceedings of this game, as Aniston Fernandez plays it back to Luis Barreto. And this is Luis Barreto hooking it forward. Joyvin's clearance giving away a throw to VELSAO. Going back to some former winners of Goan football, Sporting Club de Goa won it way back in 1952-53. the defending champions this year, are well in contention yet again, along with Salgaonkar Football Club. In this year's Selvan Goa Professional League, they are almost in a two-horse race to clinch the title this year. Salgaonkar, having been formed in 1956, won the Goa Pro League at that point of time in 1962-63 and 63-64 back to back, and then won it again in 65-66 after having lost out to Vasco Sports Club in 64. Salgaonkar have a record 21 Goa Professional League titles to their name. They are second to none. The second team, which is close to them, are 7 behind them. This is a beautiful ball from Nicholas Fernandez. Eldon Colasso trying to slot it past Presley Mascarenas, who keeps his team in the game, but look at this ball from Nicholas Fernandez. Absolutely pinpoint accuracy from Nicholas Fernandez. He has been magnificent today. The captain of MANOR, Nicholas Fernandez. As Ganesh Thakur comes out with the ball. This is Romario Da Costa. There you see the talent, beautifully done by Romario Da Costa, just leaving the ball for Ganesh Thakur, who couldn't take it in his stride. Has been cleared by MANOR, and Jason Barbosa has been flagged offside by the assistant. Presley takes it quickly. But getting back to that pass from Nicholas Fernandez, what vision and accuracy that was shown from the captain. Absolutely fantastic to watch. This is Arvind to Aniston, playing good one-touch football. MANOR, this is Joyvin. MANOR have played a good brand of football today. They have been more impressive. Somehow VELSAO not getting out of the box, but they have had their moments, with Rohan Rodriguez coming close but not hitting the target, because if he did, it could have been a different story altogether. And then a Brian Mascarenas thunderbolt, which was saved by Luis Barreto. And 47 minutes played on the clock, into the last minute of additional time before the referee blows his whistle for half time. This is Brian Mascarenas on his deadly left foot, taking this corner kick for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. MANOR will be desperate to take this lead into half time, and it would do their confidence a world of good. As this ball comes in, Luis Barreto punches it out. This is Savlon. Kluzna. Savlon's ball in. It's a free header. Peter Carvalho not getting enough power behind that to beat Luis Barreto, who handles it comfortably and hooks it up for Jason Barbosa to chase, but Presley Mascarenas takes the throw in. This is Kluzna Pereira. Kluzna moving forward. Cleared on by Clive Colasso. Brought down by Viraj Naik. Kluzna's ball forward, quite a hopeless one in the end, but luckily for him it falls to Daryl Silva on the right. This is Romario. Plays in Daryl. Aaron Dice tries to clear it, and then Clive Colasso with a poor clearance. He had time on the ball, but anywhere will do at the moment for Youth Club of Manora as they try to bring this half to an end. And what a save that is from Luis Barreto. Just Lamoni's getting his head to that ball. What a save down to his left hand side from Luis Barreto. There you see that header. That is a great save. As the corner comes in, the referee has blown the half-time whistle for the lemon break. The men in red finally has some smiles on their faces going into the dugout today.
Youth Club of Manora 1. VELSAO
After struggling against the likes of
0.
FC Goa and Dempo Sports Club, barely having a look at goal, they have opened the scoring in the 35th minute
Tomorrow's settlement
through their main man, the captain, Nicholas Fernandez,
versus
and Jude Barreto's man.
at
Jude Barreto's men go into the half-time break.
north of the time.
1-0 down.
The match will be played at 4:15 p.m. not at 3:45.
As the referees head to the dugout, the players head to the dressing room. It's a very interesting second half which is in store for us. We will have to see if VELSAO come back strongly in the second half to overcome this deficit that they have against Youth Club of Manora, because the half-time score here at the Delay Stadium, it is Youth Club of Manora 1, VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club 0. if they come out with all 3 points against Salgaonkar Football Club, who are yet to concede a goal in this year's league. In the coach's words, as the referee's whistle, putting Mark Carvalho through against Alton Vaz. Mark getting into the box. Is that a foul? Is that a penalty? Poor touch in the end as he's gone through, bulldozes his way through. This is Filippo Dogbo. Marcus Mascarenas has scored! That is the first goal Salgaonkar Football Club. As this ball has come to Stefan, what can he do? Stefan Sheldon, and that should be a penalty, and it is! Beautifully threaded through ball which completely dissected this defense of Sporting Club de Goa, and that quite rightly bulges the net behind Ozan Silva. He goes to take the penalty, he slots it home! It is 1-1 at the Dullar Stadium. Both players going head to head, Marcus Mascarenas and Saurav Patil as Jason DeMello, and there you see that was not quite right from Saurav Patil. Beautiful ball played forward for Marcus Mascarenas. He's lost Flagan Rodriguez. This is Marcus in the box, cuts in. Marcus Mascarenas! He has missed the target. What an opportunity that was. Marcus Mascarenas doing everything correctly. And that will be the first half action. That leads us to this halftime score. Sporting Club de Goa 1, Salgaonkar Football Club 1. As the shot comes in from Saish Madan, and that was not really a bad effort. It's still in danger. Filippo Dogbo going forward with some skill. He's still going forward. This is a chance. Filippo Dogbo, what skill to go past Saurav Patil. He puts it forward to Marcus Mascarenas. What a block that is. This is Prathamesh moving on from midfield, looking for Stephens. Stephen! Has he got this? Oh my God! That is bounced over the goal. Absolutely perfectly, as Ozan Silva was out of goal, left stranded. You will not believe what you've seen on your screen after additional time, but this game is over. Not before you think, as the shot is taken by Stefan. Sporting Club Hearts with that. Ozan Silva scrambling across goal, literally. This is a chance for Salgaonkar. A lot of excitement in the box, and that is chested on by Stephen Satakar. The final whistle comes in full time. It is Sporting Club de Goa 1, Salgaonkar Football Club 1. Been in a battle for relegation in a long time. Joachim plays it to Francis Fernandez, a shot which is brilliantly kept out by Preston Rego. Daniel Rebello's corner comes in, and the header has allowed a scrappy football affair going on in that. Joyson does well, goes past one of his markers, is Lloyd Cardozo, and Joyson in the box. Joyson takes it, and they have scored the first goal of the match. This is Krishna Gavas. He's had an impressive start as this shot comes in. Rizwan Fernandez! Daniel Rebello. This is Joachim Branches who wrestles. The ball comes in from Anil Kaukar, and that is so close from Joachim Branches with the header. This is still dangerous. Daniel's ball, this is another chance! What a block that is from Janio Fernandez as Francis Fernandez. Let me tell you that these tangent footballers will be outraged as Kuldeep's ball comes in, and that is off the ball! This is a chance, still in it! What an opportunity for Vasco Sports Club! Threads it forward, this is a chance. Joachim Branches has missed that glorious opportunity, and what a big save that is! As the ball comes in, the flick on from Joachim. And that's a foul given by the referee. This is the moment for redemption for Joachim Abranches. The captain, he hits the top corner with no chance for Preston Rego. Preston has gone through, he's taken the shot but straight to Rizwan Fernandez. A sea of yellow t-shirts coming forward, the corner coming in, and this is a chance for Brazil. The ball is still in. This is one back, this is Akash Sanadi, places it in. And there is the final whistle. As the match commissioner and the referees lead the two big names of Goan football out to the middle. FC Goa versus Churchill Brothers it is right now. The referee blows his whistle, and this is Rakesh Das to Yagya Kapoor. Churchill Brothers have got this after very got down with the left-footed shot. Dylan De Silva. This is another chance. Serginho Fernandez. He has rolled it into the goal. And I must say, quite against the run of play, Serginho Fernandez. Very elegantly, as Wasim Inamdar tries to take it in his stride, and almost like a rugby tackle there from Rajendra Singh. As this ball comes in, again giving away the ball. This is Afdal Farikotban smashing it home. Dribble past two defenders and then losing the ball out. And Rajendra Singh Bairala, I think, has got a red card here. This is Ralte stepping it up, and that is absolute catastrophe from Devnath Mondal. This is a great ball. Wasim Inamdar, what a chance that was. Lalrem, this is Romeo Fernandez. What a save that is from Devnath Mondal. Offside given by the assistant referee. It wide to Ralte with a beautiful ball in, and another magnificent save from Devnath Mondal. He launched this forward, and he does as the referee brings this high voltage encounter to an end. Leads the team out, where we heard Ariston Rodriguez mentioning that he's set up his team and wants his team to play more of a defensive role in that first half and then come out and attack the VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club in the second half. And he comes into the deep box, slots it past, and there is that effort early on again from Beniston Barreto. Brian Mascarenas, this is exactly where he scored that goal from, and that was not far away either. That was soaring in the air. This is Brian Mascarenas, and it is a low save down to his left hand side. This is another great effort from Brian Mascarenas, up and over the wall. Mario plays it back, and the cross comes in. This is a chance. Savlon Cardozo, and he has opened the scoring after scoring this fantastic goal. As this flick on came from Benzo Clement, and Ben lashes the shot in. Umesh Pujar, and the referee will blow the half-time whistle, because at half-time VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club are leading Garden Angel. His team would continue the good work. This is Kluzna to Peter Carvalho. And it's been cleared off by Clive Colasso for a throw-in. This This is Viraj Naik who's going to take the throw in for VELSAO. It's going to be interesting to see the tactics of both the coaches as they come out into the second half. Whether Rocky Carnero will choose a more defensive setup against Jude Barreto's VELSAO, who probably have to come out and attack the men in red to get something out of this game. As this corner comes in and the flicked header doesn't trouble Luis Barreto. That was a good corner yet again from Brian Mascarenas. Curling in, and the flick on from Klusna Pereira. Should have done better with that, Klusna. Luis Barreto will take this long. Handed on by Ronald. This is Chesley. Devil Silva will not get to that. Another goal kick Luis Barreto's way. Luis Barreto takes it long. Not a great goal kick, however it has fallen to Youth Club of Manor. This is Nicholas Fernandez yet again marching forward. This is a chance. This is Eldon Colasso on his left foot. What a save that is from Presley Mascarenas. There is the threat from Manora on the counter attack, and yet again Nicholas Fernandez. He's almost unstoppable today, really, Nicholas Fernandez, as Eldon Colasso does equally well. That was headed for the back of the net, but Presley Mascarenas does so well to keep his team in the game. Arvind Silva with the corner kick. This has been such an open game, both teams creating chances. Youth Club of Manora taking the lead through Nicholas Fernandez, who takes it on his weaker right foot. And it's gone into the stands, but the captain really has been unstoppable today for Youth Club of Manor, Nicholas Fernandez. It's one of the best individual performances you see so far from the men. It inspired this Youth Club of Manora team today. Commits that foul against Viraj Naik. VELSAO still haven't quite figured out how they will stop the likes of Nicholas Fernandez today, because if he keeps going at the rate which he is going, it will be a difficult job for VELSAO to stop this Manora team. But it's also been a game where we've seen Eldon Colasso come of age, because we've not seen much of him in this year's league. He's been overpowered at times, but today he seems he belongs to this league, ably supported by Nicholas Fernandez. He is complimenting his captain today. This is Chesley Moniz keeping it in control, winning the foul against Michael Silva. I'm just waiting for the referee's whistle as one of the VELSAO players tying his laces. This is Ganesh Thakur. He's been good in patches today, but not having the same influence in the midfield as he's had in the last two matches against Panjim Footballers and Garden Angel. He knows he can do much better than what he's been doing so far in this game. Melisho just committing the foul over there. VELSAO will be looking to take the youth club of MANOR players on, because if this game gets settled and they get into a defensive position, it will be a hard time breaking down this MANOR defense today. We saw slight going at each other over there from Joyvin Carnero and Savlon Cardozo. We've not seen much from Savlon in today's game. That's mainly due to the efforts of Joyvin, who's been brilliant at right back today defensively. We've not seen many of those marauding runs down the right today, but what's been important is that he's kept the likes of Savlon Cardozo quiet as Jason Barbosa retains possession. This is Joyvin's ball forward, looking for Eldon's run, not quite getting it, but Aniston gets it back and finds Nicholas this time. This is Nicholas Fernandez, back to Aniston. This is Aniston going forward. Nicholas puts it forward, and Nicholas is in an offside position in the end. A promising move comes to an end, and that quite clearly is offside on Nicholas. Should have held his run a tad bit over there, Nicholas Fernandez. Brian Mascarenhas not coming forward too much either today, because Eldon Colasso and Joyvin Carnero operating on that end today have done a fantabulous job of limiting the wing play of VELSAO, which has been so effective against Panjim footballers and Garden Angel. Here we see Jesloy, who missed that one-on-one chance with Luis Barreto. Jude Barreto and Climax Lawrence will be hoping that they don't go back to rue that miss from Jesloy Moniz, as Daryl Silva has gone to the ground. And we see Shamir Babu Swami warming up. I think my prediction that Shamir Babu Swami will be coming on for Daryl Silva. We'll see that in a few minutes if my prediction comes right, but Shamir Babu Swami on that right wing will be a good addition in attack for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club at this point of time. Presley plays it to Kluzna. This is Peter Carvalho. It's not been a happy comeback for the experienced man signed from Sporting Club de Goa this year, as Joyvin goes past Peter. This is still Joyvin. This is Jason Barbosa. Joyvin shifts the game. Nicholas Fernandez with the shot. Can anyone stop him today except for Presley Mascarenhas, who's pulled off another brilliant save? Fantastic from the captain. What a shot that was on his left foot. This is Melisho. This is Nicholas again, trying to get past Ganesh Thakur, who does well this time. This is Viraj against Melisho, gives it away. This is Aaron Dice. Nicholas Fernandez again. And if there's one way of stopping Nicholas Fernandez today, it is by fouling the captain. He wins a free kick, and my prediction does come right as Shamir Babu Swami comes on for Daryl Silva. Daryl Silva had gone down, and Shamir Babu Swami will add on to that attack on the right hand side for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club.
Shamir Swami is in.
He adds pace to that attack. It's a different dynamism that Jude Barreto has opted for. He gives more width to the team. Shumer Babu Swami. The ball comes in from Aniston. This has fallen to Jason Barbosa, and he has been flagged offside, if I'm not too mistaken. We'll see what happened. Yes, quite clearly offside there, Jason Barbosa. Now that was a good chance if he wasn't. Good control shown there by Jason. This is Presley. Brian Mascarenas. Brian's ball forward, looking for Ganesh Thakur, cleared on by Michael. Brian throws it to Ronald, who cannot control it. Aniston lays it up for Arvind. This is Melisho Kamotio. Melisho had a good game against Tempo Sports Club. He's had a decent shift in today. This is Aniston again, looking for Melisho. This is Romario Da Costa. Romario losing out to Aniston. Had a good run initially, but Aniston too powerful for the young lad. Let's see this again. Aniston does get ahead of Romario and gets clipped from the pack. Goes to the ground, and quite rightly the referee gives a free kick for Youth Club of Manora. Melisho has stayed on that ground from that tackle, putting some ice on his collarbone. Probably just a impact that happened on the fall that he took, Melisho Kamotio. He'll be looking to continue his good work for the team so far. He's had big shoes to fill of Jay Williamson, but he's done a good job in the last two matches. Melisho Kamotio. But we will see the big band coming on very soon. Jay Williamson. We see him warming up. He'll be dying to get on the score sheet against the likes of VELSAO Sports Cultural Club, who are on the attack. We saw that second goal being scored by Jay, but this is Jesloy driving into the box, leaves it for Ganesh Thakur. A last ditch foot in, but this is Nicholas Fernandez yet again. Look at that skill from Nicholas Fernandez. Just leaves it behind in the end, but what skill again from Nicholas. It'll be interesting to see who's on the ground there as this ball comes in from Jesloy. That is Michael Silva, who probably overstretches his groin trying to reach out to that ball, putting his heart and soul always into the game. Michael Silva. It's always good to see players playing with their hearts, not really worrying about the outcome of it. And we saw Michael Silva almost do a full split over there. This is Ronald Azevedo. Jason puts it out for a throw-in. Going back to the introduction of Jay, which might come very soon, as Ronald Azevedo has been fouled right on the edge of the box. How lucky is Joywin to get away with the yellow card. Because that easily could have been a penalty. Just a whisker outside the box. There you see the tackle from Joywin as Ronald Azevedo went on a mazy run into the box. Michael and Jesloy sharing a smile with each other. And this is Ronald, and Brian Mascarenas is the man standing over this ball. This is Ronald Azevedo! For a moment, just for a moment, it looked like it was headed for the back of the net, but it didn't dip enough for Ronald Azevedo. But we will probably see the substitution with Jay coming on in place of Melisho very soon. Jay would love to get on the score sheet today. He was the man who finished that game against Kalingat Association, scoring the second goal past Jeet Gupta with 5 minutes to go in that game. He'll be looking to do that same thing today for Manora in what could be a very crucial win for the men in red. This is Ronald Azevedo. Klusna. Gets deflected out by Aniston. It's a throw-in for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. Beautifully done again by Aniston. Pressure from Romario. Aniston clears it but impeded by Romario again. Klusna's ball in, cleared by Clive. Ronald going up for that header. Arvind Silva not winning that battle with Ronald Azevedo. This is Melisho, controls it beautifully. This is Eldon Colasso. Plays Melisho, plays a quick 1-2. Eldon with some pace shown from him. He has some space on the right hand side, cuts in. This is Eldon Colasso. Presley Mascarenas was blinded. That was a good opportunity again, but on the second attempt gets it in his control. Presley Mascarenas, as Viraj Naik was right in front of him. Klusna plays it square to Peter. This is Ronald Azevedo. Goes on a run again. He's dribbling past these Manora players with ease at the moment. It's not a good sign for the men in red. But it is still Manora 1, VELSAO 0. But VELSAO growing in confidence slowly as the cross comes in should not trouble Luis Barreto as it goes out for a goal kick. Shamir Babu Swami was the man who gave that cross. This is going to be a Luis Barreto goal kick. This is Luis Barreto. Takes it long. Brian Mascarenas racing onto that. Melisho chasing him. This is Brian's ball. Eldon getting it ahead of Savlon Cardozo, but not quite getting a good cross in. And he's worked really hard today, Eldon Colasso. And that will be Klusna Pereira coming out with the ball. Klusna's ball forward. Not quite finding the preferred destination of Savlon Cardozo, who's been a shadow of himself, has been so impressive in this year's league, but not really making his mark today. This is Eldon Colasso, Arvind Silva, Aniston Fernandez to Aaron. Clive's ball forward, not finding Nicholas, but wins it back and plays it to Aniston Fernandez, who does ever so well yet again. Absolutely fantastic to watch this man in action, Aniston. He's been one of the bright lights for Youth Club of Manora in this year's campaign since the time he's made his way into the squad. And there you go, Melisho Kamotio brings his afternoon to an end as Jay Williamson makes his way onto the field. Has done a good job today, Melisho Kamotio. And Jay comes on, looking to get onto the score sheet against VELSAO, who will be condemned below Manora if they manage to hold on to this lead. Youth Club of Manora. The header comes in. This is Jesloy. Jesloy does have that tendency to keep the ball in close control and has those mazy runs in him. Has the talent really, Jesloy Moniz, but needs to work on his physicality more, needs to get or add more power into his game. This is Jason Barbosa. Aniston, Arvind Silva, Nicholas Fernandez yet again going against Shamir Babu, does well. Still Nicholas Fernandez, a little too much in the end on that occasion. This is Ganesh Thakur. Shamir does well. This is Michael Silva, gives away the foul. Viraj Naik will take this free kick as VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club get ready to make another substitution, as Ganesh Thakur has been taken off today. He's not had the best of games today. Ganesh Thakur showed some of his magic moves, but in patches only, as Joseph Pereira comes on for Ganesh Thakur. An attacking change from Jude Barreto and Climax Lawrence. This is Jason Barbosa. Jay Williamson. Jay tries to push it through for Jason, but a foul given on Peter Carvalho. Jay will be desperate to get on the score sheet today. This is Brian Mascarenas. Peter Carvalho. Peter moving up with the ball. This is Kluzna. Kluzna's ball forward, not quite finding a VELSAO player. Luis Barreto will put this forward, but again an easy header in the end from Peter Carvalho. That's again extremely well done from Nicholas Fernandez. Boy, hasn't he been good today, Nicholas Fernandez. Good would really be an understatement to describe the captain's performance today. He's been unstoppable He's been phantasmagorically magical today. It's Jason Barbosa's ball through, but not quite finding Kluzna Pereira, intercepting that ball before it reaches Jay. Savlon will not keep that in. It's been a good team effort really from Youth Club of Manora. Everyone putting in a tireless shift today. Eldon Colasso has been very good. Jay holds up play very well. Jason giving the ball away. This is Savlon Cardozo. Joyvin has kept him so well today. Savlon Cardozo has hardly had a look in. Brian Mascarenas and Savlon Cardozo. Brian's throwing. This is Savlon. Eldon plays it to Jay. A poor ball from Jay in the end, looking for Eldon Colasso. It was a good run from Eldon, but slightly overhit from Jay Williamson. This is Kluzna. Brian. Joyvin clears it long, and then it's straight into the hands of Presley Mascarenas. This is Peter Carvalho. Puts it up long. This is quite predictable right now from VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. This is Savlon Cardozo in the box. Brian Mascarenas once more on his left foot. Drives that shot, but not quite getting that, getting deflected. But this is Jay now, one-on-one with Kluzna Pereira. Jay takes the shot on, not connecting on his left foot. Clive Colasso is the man on the ground. I think there's a cramp for the central defender as he's gone down. But that was another good chance for Jay and Manora. It would do his confidence a world of good, a goal here today against VELSAO, and Jay will be looking just for that. As Clive Colasso walks out of the field, he should be back for Manora. He's had a good game today along with Michael Silva, and the heart of the defense. This is Ronald Azevedo. Peter Carvalho back to Ronald. This is Kluzna now. Peter puts it forward. This is Jeslai. Again, quite casually given away by Jeslai. That should be so frustrating for Jude Barreto and Climax Lawrence in a position where VELSAO are losing 1-0. Jeslai Moniz comes out casually and gives the ball away so easily. As there's another foul on Eldon Colasso. Should be back on his feet, Eldon Colasso. But with that injury, the players have been ushered to the dugout for the final and the second water break. The Youth Club of Manora still leading 1-0, courtesy that first half goal from their captain Nicholas Fernandez, who's been absolutely brilliant today, and you'll see why as this ball comes in. Nicholas does well to stay on his feet and slots it through the legs of Peter Carvalho. Presley Mascarenas, no chance of saving that from Nicholas Fernandez. Not just that goal today from Nicholas Fernandez, but what a game he's had overall. If there's ever been a 10-on-10 performance from a player in this year's Selvelcoa Professional League, Nicholas Fernandez will be coming very, very close to getting full marks in this game. Luis Barreto to take this free kick. Long ball from Luis, flick on from Jay. This is Eldon. Eldon Colasso skips past one challenge. He puts the ball forward and Presley Mascarenas just gets it in control. This is Viraj Naik. Shamir Babu cannot keep it in. Thought that it went out, but not quite. This is Aniston to Jay, but not getting there again. Peter Carvalho doing well to get it ahead of Jay. Luis Barreto hooking it long. Has blown for a foul, but that wasn't quite the foul that Peter Carvalho was looking for. This is Brian Mascarenas. Kluzna, Romario da Costa, Savlon. VELSAO looking to up the ante here. It's still 1-0. Manora trying to hold on to this lead. Maybe try and put this game to bed once and for all on the counter attack. This is Jay. Jay on the left hand side. Jay skipping past the first challenge, but losing the ball to Shamir Babu Swami. This is clumsy football from both teams. Peter getting it ahead. This is Romario. Romario gets past the first challenge, but cannot get past Clive. It's a throw-in which is going to be taken by Aaron Dice. Aaron's long throw-in, flicked on by Jay. This is Jay again trying to keep it in. Viraj keeps it in. Jesloy does well, keeps it in play, keeps control, but not the right ball to find as Michael puts it out of Shamir Babu. It's another throw-in for Youth Club of Manora. Youth Club of Manora trying to manage this game well, as Aaron Dias has gone to the ground, cramping up. His left leg is the one in question at the moment. But just slowing things down, Youth Club of Manora today, gaining in confidence and gaining experience, valuable experience from the matches they've played, and using that experience today against VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. But the game is still not over. They still have a job on their hands to do. Youth Club of Manora. This is Brian Mascarenhas' ball forward. This is Arvind Silva. Clears the ball. This is a throw-in for Brian Mascarenhas. Brian's ball in. Should be cleared by Michael.
Substitution for Youth Club of Manora. Player out, jersey number 13.
Joliston Rebello coming on in place of Jason Barbosa. That is a defensive change from Rocky Carnero. Not taking any risks right now, Rocky Felipe Carnero. Trying to guarantee this victory, which could go a long way to keeping them safe in this year's Goa Professional League, as the shot comes in from Shamir, but not quite on target to trouble Luis Barreto. This is Luis Barreto's goal kick. 8 minutes to go. Nicholas Fernandez again up against Shamir Babu. And gets the throw in. Leaves it to Viraj Naik. Peter Carvalho coming back into the team today. Not really having a happy return so far. It's quite surprising to see a team which is just coming off two very impressive victories, confident victories, being bogged down today, and that really is the beauty of this league. Anything can happen. Any team can beat from bottom to top. All teams are quite strong and equal this year. This is Joliston who loses out the ball. This is Shamir Babu. Does brilliantly to get past Aaron Dias. This is Aaron. Takes the throw in. Not quite getting there. This is Kluzna to Brian Mascarenhas. This is Savlon. Steps in. He's into the box. Savlon Cardozo. Joseph Pereira with some brilliant control, but a crowded Manora box averting the danger. This is Kluzna, but cleared on by Eldon. This is Jay now up against Peter Carvalho. What can the big man do? Jay Williamson still on the ball. Releases Nicholas Fernandez. Nicholas with the shot. Should have done better. He had Jay as an option to his left, but instead of playing it back to Jay, he decides to take the shot on. It has been his day today, and you can't really complain, but he should have really passed it back to his strike partner. However, it's still Youth Club of Manora leading 1-0. This is Jay. Viraj Naik not getting on the end of it. Intercepting the ball before Joliston can get to it. This is Joseph Pereira, who's in an offside position. Instantly flagged by the assistant referee. Quite rightly so. Concerned faces on the VELSAO bench at the moment, but equally excited faces on the Manora bench, however quite nervous. This is Peter Carvalho, and Joliston will get the corner kick of Peter Carvalho. not been the most impressive comeback into this VELSAO team for Peter Carvalho, and it looks like it's going to be a defeat for VELSAO today unless they can pull off some magical moment here as the ball comes in and Presley getting ahead of Jay, and then there is something which has angered Jay over there. Having a heated argument there with Peter Carvalho and Presley Mascarenhas. This is Viraj Naik. Conceding the foul against Ronald Azevedo. You'll see this again. Just holding on to Ronald Azevedo there, Jay. This is Brian Mascarenhas' shot, more in hope than anything else. This is Kluzna. Puts the ball forward. No one in the box for VELSAO. This is Joseph Pereira's shot! Was a dangerous one in the end, and Luis Barreto was interested for a while, but no trouble for Manora in the end. It was a good attempt from Joseph Pereira out of nothing really. This is Luis Barreto taking the goal kick forward. Brian Mascarenhas' header on to Savlon Cardozo, who fails to keep it in. Joyvin to take this throw. Joyvin's throw in. This is Aniston Fernandez, who's been a pillar in the middle of the field for Youth Club of Manora. This is Arvind Silva. Plays Jay. But again, the referee very close to the action, not giving a foul against Jay. Kluzna takes it quickly. This is Brian. Puts it forward for Peter Carvalho. Peter to Ronald Azevedo, and another foul by Clive Colasso, who's going to go into the books again. But a professional foul from Clive Colasso's end, and another free kick in a dangerous position. Brian Mascarenhas will be the one over it, but what a run again from Ronald Azevedo. We've seen that quite a few times in this game. Oh, is this the moment for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club, with Brian Mascarenhas and Krishna Pereira standing over the ball? What an important free kick this is for VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club's campaign and Youth Club of Manora's campaign. This is Brian Mascarenhas. It has gone over the post. Not as close as Brian Mascarenhas deems it to be. Couldn't get it to dip enough to trouble Luis Barreto. Five minutes of additional time given by the assistant referee.
Time, 5 minutes.
Luis Barreto just calling the physio over for some attention, as his calf muscle is just cramping up. Just using the magic spray, as we call it. as we see Ronald and Daniel looking on along with the Manora supporters very nervously, hoping that their team can cross the finish line, maintaining this scoreline, if not more. The ball comes in. This is Brian Mascarenhas. Romario's ball forward. Joyvin does well over there. This is Savlon to Brian. Michael Silva with the clearance. Shamir cannot get it under control first time, and Joliston going into that tackle hard and winning another throw in. Everything going Manora's way today. Aaron Dice's long throw in, no one really there to take control for Manora. This is Brian Mascarenhas. Still some time left for VELSAO. Joseph Pereira puts it up. This should be into the hands of Luis Barreto, and it is, as Luis plays it forward, and this is Jay with acres of space ahead of him. Is this his moment? Jay Williamson cuts in, takes the shot, not getting the power that he intended to behind that shot. Presley Mascarenhas getting down to his right and pulling that save off. He cut in well, but not quite finishing that in the way he wanted it to, as Aaron Dice is throwing. Has been flicked out by Nicholas Fernandez, and Viraj takes the throw in. This is Peter Carvalho. 2 minutes left on the clock for VELSAO to pull something off this game. This is Brian Mascarenhas, puts it forward. Romario does well. This is Savlon. Michael in chase, does brilliantly. Michael Silva, what an impact he's had coming into the team at the heart of defense. And Luis Barreto will take this long goal kick and look for the head of Jay. Long kick from Luis Barreto. Jay gets the flick on, flicks it on to Nicholas Fernandez. First time volley, but could have held it on for a little longer. But there is the combination. Luis Barreto's long goal kick headed on by Jay for Nicholas Fernandez. Can't quite find the target. This is Eldon. And Presley has gone into Jay Williamson there. Both of them having quite a go at each other. This is Ronald. This is Shamir, who loses out, but Joliston gives away the foul to Shamir Babuswamy. Things getting just a little ugly out there. The referee is controlling it well though. This is Brian Mascarenhas' ball in, cleared on by Michael Silva. Into the last 20 seconds. We can hear it buzzing at the Dulair Stadium. Flicked on by Peter Carvalho. It's still in the box. This is a chance. Is that a penalty? And the referee waves it off. And we'll see the protests coming from the VELSAO players, but Youth Club of Manora will be getting on with the game. Believe it or not, that is a foul throw made by Eldon Colasso. What drama. Almost towards the end. This could be the last chance for VELSAO as the ball comes in, headed out, and that should be that, and Youth Club of Manora have pulled out and grinded out a victory against VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club today, courtesy of Nicholas Fernandez goal.
Tomorrow's match of Goa.
And what a day it is for the team in red. They have registered the second victory of this year's Silver Goa Professional League. The first coming against Kalingut Association, and the second in the 50th match of this year's Silver Goa Professional League against VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club. With this win, they go above VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club into 8th position, and we can see the smiles and celebrations on the faces of the MANOR players as the referees walk out, doing a good job in the game today, keeping the tempers in check. And the story from the Dulai Stadium at full time, it is Youth Club of MANOR 1, VELSAO Sports and Cultural Club 0. Ladies and gentlemen, go nowhere, because today's thriller might have come to an end, but tomorrow is two of Goan football's biggest names. Dempo Sports Club facing Vasco Sports Club in almost a battle of survival, not for staying up in the league, but a battle for survival for the title.